Jobs and Dragon Radio. I'm your host, M.L.Ruscsak. I'm here with my special guest, Dr. Richard London. Thank you so much for being on the show today.
Thank you, Melissa. I love what you're doing. I like your energy. I like people with lots of energy who want to do a lot.
Oh, yes. The day is young and there's so much to do.
Oh, yeah. Last year I started 20 companies and I wrote 8 books last year. How do you like that?
How do you open 20 companies and write? I thought what I did was a lot.
Well, because I live in a world where I control time. How do you like that?
Well, you're going to have to teach me that one because I seem to run out of time in the day.
Really? Really? That's because, see, and this is a good way to start off with your listeners. Remember, just because somebody tells you something's true, there's 24 hours a day, so people believe there's 24 hours in a day, you know? We just believe. Yeah.
Sometimes my days are 36 hours long.
Yeah. You know how long my days are?
How long?
Centuries.
Oh. We have all the time in the world, right?
Yes, I have all the time in the world for everyone and everything that is important to me in my life. Yeah.
Very true.
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to start off with a great poem for your listeners.
Okay.
So, last week, we'll call it God, the source, the universe, whatever people believe in, awakened me. It says, go to your computer and write this very, very powerful poem. And it'll start things off because I'm going to read it slow, and it'll really tell people in the world what's going on. So it's called Nightmare or New Earth. As all Earth slept, not knowing what was to begin, all living things on Earth silently moved in a new rhythm. That rhythm created a new sound. Was it hope or was it gloom? It was quiet, clear, the air was alive and brisk, and the sound was definitely hope. The earth cried, stood up and danced throughout the night. Was I dreaming? A nightmare had passed, or the beautiful ray of hope now shining on me and all humanity. Humanity was healing, Mother Earth too, the beauty that is the soul of Earth glimmering in the daylight sun. Yes, I know the nightmare had passed, and the beauty and the soul of the new Earth had begun as God planned. All of humanity and Mother Earth rejoices. There can be no sadness when the heart of God shines on all living things. Written by the hand of humanity, the heart of God, and the hope of Dr. Richard London.
That is beautiful.
Thank you. That's a lot. But in there, basically what it's saying is hope. And what is changing in the world is we're creating a new earth, just as God planned. And I shared with your listeners something really important, and they're going to love it. It's going to be really simple. There's only 2 basic words in the world that matter. No, which is negative, and yes, I know. So, say you're struggling to finish a book. Say you can't come up with an idea for something. All you have to do is go, yes, I know, 9 times. Yes, I know, 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 yes, I know. And what it does, it just tears that negative no energy away and allows you to create whatever you would like. Isn't that wonderful?
Yes, it is. I do a lot of manifestation, meditation. So that's my go-to every night.
Okay, so let's give your listeners, do not meditate deep. Meditate very light.
Mm-hmm.
I learned to meditate in the loudest sounds you can imagine. So my Deepak Chopra used to come to my center. I had a center. And people like Deepak Chopra used to come to my center. And he was always teaching everybody to meditate deep. No, meditate very light, sort of floaty. Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
my
what were you going to
meditation
say?
has 2 dogs barking usually in the background, so I'm always aware of what's going on around me.
Yeah. You don't want to know how many animals I have. I have 380 some animals.
No way.
Yes. Yes. I love them. They're better than people most of the time, to be honest with you. Yeah.
Very true. Our animals sometimes teach us more than a person can.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. They teach us way more. So what I'm going to do is, first of all, we're not in a world of a crisis like all the media is telling everybody. We're in a world of change and transformation. So those are the key words I want the listeners to remember. Change and transformation. And remember, you are of infinite worth. You are of infinite worth. You are of infinite worth. Yes. Yeah. The worth of every human being, it just, you can't even put a price on it. Trillion, zillion. Yes.
Very true.
So this is the time for everybody, guess what? To reinvent themselves, to rekindle their dreams. Yeah. I came up with a concept of reinventing yourself, becoming a recession-proof, virus-proof, unbreakable spirit. How's that?
There you go. What's your theory on that? How do we do that?
Well, the first way to do it is stop all that mind chatter stuff. I'm the expert in the mind and the heart and all areas of the body. The mind is worthless. All that mind chatter is really worthless. All the reinventing, all the creative ideas, it really comes from your heart. So, and it comes from your soul's passion. I'll give you an example. I like ice cream.
Okay.
Yeah. Chocolate. The best.
Yeah.
You can buy.
Yes.
So, when I eat an ice cream, it vibrates in millions. Because it's really like I'm in heaven. And that's your soul's passion. So one of the ways your listeners can move forward in their life, they really have to ignite their soul's passion. The majority of people really are not aware of what a soul's passion is like. So I'll give you an example. You have people who love music, people who love dancing, people who love animals. Mm-hmm. And so part of that is human passion, and a smaller part is the soul's passion. Because one needs to develop the soul's passion. So one of the ways to develop the soul's passion is I have the ability to program everything. I can program water to do whatever I want. I just like people who are master software programmers, I can program anything. So I watched this program many, many months ago. It's the Korean version of chocolate. And so what it has this beautiful cinematography, beautiful story, beautiful music, even though they're Korean subtitles. What it does, and after I program it, it permeates your soul. It allows all the chakras in your body to open up. And you're opening up to love. You're opening up to beauty. Yes. You're really opening up your soul's passion.
Very true. Now, you mentioned something, and I know most of our readers are going to go, what is your chakra? So can you explain?
Oh, okay. Well,
I know what it is, but I don't think all of our readers will, or listeners.
The easiest explanation of the chakra is in your body you have energy points in your body. And these energy points generate a specific energy. You have a chakra of love, and that's probably one of the most important chakras is your love chakra, especially now. Mm-hmm. Mother Earth is ecstatic now The birds are singing like crazy. The animals are happy. They're coming out of hiding. The earth is becoming less polluted.
Yes.
So, are your listeners afraid of this virus in the world? Are you afraid of the virus?
I lived through the virus, so I'm not afraid no more.
Good. So let me explain to your listeners, okay? And they're going to be astounded, okay? Since January 1st till now, approximately 15 million people have died, and not of the virus. Accidents, natural disasters, communicable diseases, AIDS, flu, the virus, pneumonia, of every childbirth, of everything imaginable. 15 million people have died. So it's normal for people to die. Yes, of old age, people have been dying since the first of the year. So what I'm saying is the virus is a new mutant strain of pneumonia. Yes. And you should be aware. You should practice social distancing, use a mask if necessary. But here's the big thing. I'm going to give you 3 words. You should be living your life is normal. Life is normal. Life is normal. Life is normal. Because if you say life is normal, then your life will be normal. Because the majority of the people, their life isn't normal because they're allowing the fears, the anxiety, the stress, the media to really dictate their lifestyle. And by the way, the reason I always say things 3 sets of 3, because in the energy of the world, 9 is the most powerful. So if you want to say something, say it 9 times. So if you want to tell your girlfriend, boyfriend, husband, wife, your pet, you go, I love you, 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 I love you. And then it's really powerful. Yeah.
Exactly. I mean, 9 is one of the 9, 3, and 6 are power numbers.
Yes, 9, 3, and 6 are power numbers. Yes. And so
yes.
I was born in this world as a 9. That's why I could do so much.
I was a 13, so.
Oh, you were 13, so you were a 4.
I was a 4.
Yeah, 13 would be a 4. So you came in this world. In your world, Melissa, there's been lots of change.
Oh yes, constant change.
Tons of change. Yeah. So people come in. Same way if you live in a 4 house, lots of change. Lots of movement of stuff. Lots of things going on.
Oh yes.
So listeners, do not be afraid. Yeah. You know, when I was 4 years old, my parents used to play this trick on me. The boogeyman is going to get you. Have you ever heard it? You know what I did, Melissa? I went looking for the boogeyman to scare the hell out of him. For real.
That is the best way for a child to get over a fear. You go looking for the thing that you're afraid of.
Yes. So I went looking for the boogeyman to scare the daylights out of the boogeyman. And guess what? I did. By the way, do you remember a famous book, The Secret, The Law of Attraction?
I do.
Okay. So you're talking to the person who is the master teacher of that. And so when I was 4 years old, 40 plus years before The Secret ever came out, we were poor. And I had a bad habit. It was I like to eat and eat well. So I was walking and I said, okay, God, you know I love you and you love me. Fill my pockets with pennies. I was only 4 years old. Pennies seemed like a lot of money. And so my pockets became filled with pennies. Then I tried nickels the next day, then dimes the next day, then quarters. I'm not a stupid kid, right? If it works once, it's going to work twice. So by the end of the week, I was finding white envelopes filled with dollars, filled with money, not dollars. There'd be 200, sometimes 400, sometimes 600, sometimes 800. So, listeners, why was I able to do it? I had great faith and I was connected. That's what you call co-creating with God. Law of attraction really is about co-creating with God and really believing. So at 4 years old, I really believed. And by the way, also, I never, ever said no to my parents in my entire life. Melissa, can you imagine that?
I can.
And you know why I didn't ever say no? Because it wasn't of value. It would create conflict, problems. So I said, yes, Mom, yes, Dad, with a big, giant smile, walked out of the house, and guess what I did, Melissa? Everything I wanted to do. Everything. Yeah. Yep. I never told my parents until they're dead now. They don't know all the fun things I did that I wasn't supposed to do. So in this world, Melissa, it's really better off to say, yes, I know, because that's divine energy.
It is.
Very people know the expression, yes, I know. Yes. So why am I able to do all these things? And I want to give your listeners real concrete things that people can do. I'm outside of a department store, and my wife doesn't speak English, only Spanish, and I said to her in Spanish that I want to buy something in the department store for 90% discount, or they pay me to buy it. Pretty crazy, right?
Right.
Yeah. So she goes in, she's the shoe person. She goes looking for shoes. I go downstairs in the men's department, and I see this beautiful $300 shaver. I go, that's mine. Yes, I know. The person puts it into the computer with a barcode.
Mm-hmm.
I pay $30 for a $300 shaver. So
wow.
They paid me $270 to buy the shaver. So how many times has this happened? Every week. How do you like that? Every week. Yeah.
That's awesome.
It's really awesome. And I'm going to give you another. I'm a treasure hunter. I've been doing treasure hunting for over 40 years. So my wife and I, we have homes around the world. So we're in our home in Mexico. We go in the store that I created as one of my treasure hunting stores. They sell clothes from around the world.
Mm-hmm.
So I walk in there, and my wife is looking for birthday gifts for herself. And I automatically gravitate to this beautiful black dress, designer dress. It has the ticket on it, $1,800. That's a lot of money for a dress, right?
Exactly, yes.
Yes. So it wasn't my wife's size, it was my daughter's size. I have a daughter, 36. It was her size.
Okay.
And guess how much I paid for it?
90% off? So
$15.
$15 for a $1,000 dress. That is amazing.
No, $1,800 dress.
Oh, 1,800. See, I can't even do math in my head right now. You're blowing my mind. I'm like, I need to learn all your tricks, go through all your books, because
no, they're not. They're not tricks. They're actually methods.
No, I understand.
Yeah.
We train our mind, but I mean, it's a figure of speech saying, oh, I need to learn that, because seriously, with my business, and you see everything I'm in, because I know you've researched me. It's
I did research it.
Yes. I just started this business, and I'm like, and then we have COVID. So everything that I had lined up is stalled. Not because of my actions, because of other people's. But at the same time, I'm moving forward with this radio show.
You know how busy I am?
How busy?
100 times before the virus.
Yeah, that's about me right now. I'm like, from 8 a.m. on the East Coast till 10 o'clock at night, I'm doing something for my business. It's insane right now.
But I'm really busy because my clients are people from all spectrums, but a lot of them are the presidents of countries. Believe it or not, I'm their advisor, prime ministers, World Health Organization, CEOs of all the biggest companies in the world. So prior to doing what I did, I accomplished a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I had 50,000 clients at one time.
Wow.
All the biggest companies in the world. And so what I did was I had a large center. And when I left the center when the internet started in the 90s, I go, 4 walls of the world. I chose the world.
Mm-hmm.
And so what I started to do was build the infrastructure for all the technology that exists in the world. Cell phones, HTTVs,
Mm-hmm.
all cell phones, internet sites. We built the infrastructure. Because you know what makes me a great mentor, a coach? I
What
can
is that?
see into the future.
There we go.
Yeah. Yeah. So I remember being introduced to this man, and we talked on the phone, and he was supposed to be the best futurist in the world.
Mm-hmm.
And I said to him, "You're not a futurist. How can you be a futurist if you can't see into the future?" So since a little boy at 4 years old, I could always see the future.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So it always gave me an edge. Believe it or not, I knew what my parents were going to do before they did it, my teachers, everybody. But here was the great thing. I never told anybody I could see into the future. Never. To this day, my parents and my sisters and my family do not know. How do you like that?
We don't tell everyone everything that we do or everything that we see. Sometimes we take it to grow ourselves, and sometimes we take it to grow other people.
Yeah. Let me explain to you, and it's going to help your listeners. Family can really suck. You know why? They have so many opinions, so many judgments, so many assumptions about people they don't really know. Yes. And
family is the worst for judgment. It is.
Yeah. So one of the things that's really important that your listeners know is your opinion doesn't count. Your judgment doesn't count. Your assumption doesn't count. You know why? Because when you have a lot of opinions and judgment and assumptions, you're not free. Because what controls your life are those opinions, judgments, and assumptions. Also, opinions, judgments, and assumptions, they're mind chatter. And so when your mind is filled with all that mind chatter, guess what? You cannot receive all the wealth, all the answers, everything. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to tell you something now, Melissa, that's going to make you jump out of your chair. When I was 4 years old, and as a little kid, we used to go to this restaurant called Clifton's Cafeteria. And so when you finish your lunch or dinner, you got to go in a treasure chest and get a toy. Mm-hmm. So every child, way before McDonald's, wanted to go to Clifton's Cafeteria in California and get a toy. They wanted to be able to go in the treasure chest. So they ended up eating all their food. So believe it or not, we all have a secret treasure chest. Yes. And it could be filled with 100,000, $1 million worth of ideas, $100 million worth of ideas. Mm-hmm. All your creativity is in this treasure chest, and it's got your name on it, Melissa. There's Iowa and Dr. Richard London. It's filled with zillions of wealth and happiness and you name it. And so, why are you not receiving it? You know why?
Because of the mind chatter.
Because of the mind chatter is one thing. But the other thing is everything in your life doesn't matter. And one of the most important things that matter in the world today is you have to be 100% in integrity. So I've had people give me extra money because I keep track of my money when I go out because I buy a lot of things and I give people a lot of money. Mm-hmm. So I keep track of it. So there have been many times when people give me more and I walk back, even if it's 100 miles, give them that penny back, that nickel, that dollar, the $10 or whatever it might be, always 100%. So one of the keys in being successful in the world today, Melissa, integrity.
Exactly.
And it has to be 100%, not 99%. You have to be integrous in every aspect of your life. Fortunately enough, listeners, it's not bragging. I know all the secrets. The reason I know all the secrets is because I just believe really, really, really big. Yes. So I've been doing these things. Okay, by the time I was 8 years old, do you know how much I was making?
How much?
In 2020 standards, $300,000.
At 8 years old. That's insane.
At 8 years old. Yes. Yeah. So, because, like you, Melissa, I could tell you're a worker. Yeah. I'm a worker.
Am.
Yeah. You know how many hours I went to school and worked over 100 hours a week? I used to fall asleep in class. Lucky I was smart. I got straight A's in school all the time. But I fell asleep because I was tired because I was working so much. I had 13 children working for me at the age of 8 years old. How do you like that?
You had your own little enterprise.
I had my own little enterprise. Yeah. You know why? Because I grew up in a European family. They spoke all these languages. They had all this emotion going on, all this garbage. So because I was rich, my parents wanted my money.
Of course, that's what parents do, right? Take from the kids.
Yeah.
And the kids have more money than the kids.
Than the parents, yeah. I used to hide my money underneath the refrigerator, underneath the stove, every place. And my father used to, my mother never looked. My father looked. Yeah. Yep. And he found it.
Of course he did.
Yeah. He looked really hard. Some of my places were really good. Yeah. So remember, believing is really, really important. I have done the absolute impossible every day. So I'm sitting in my office last week, and I said, you know, there's no test or examination to see if a person has a God connection.
Very
no
true.
church in the world, no church in the world has a test, and so I wrote it out. Yeah, and it tells whether or not a person has a God connection. So anything you want to know, it's generally available. Unfortunately, depending on how old you are, how you were raised, and let me give your listeners a better example. So there are 4 pods in the world that are active. So this virus and this new earth that started over the last 2 months. So the 4 pods are, and these are not just 4 pods, they're 4 productive areas that can create wealth for all your listeners. So there's divine wellness. So anything to do with wellness, it's going to prosper. There's divine technology. There's divine education and divine environmental. So anything to do with environmental, education, the internet, anything to do with wellness, health, it's going to flourish like gangbusters. Another thing, listeners, 90% of all the businesses in the world there are going to be home-based businesses. So we're going to go from bricks and mortar to home-based businesses. So there's going to be literally hundreds of millions of people that people like Melissa can service. Isn't that wonderful, Melissa?
That is wonderful.
But here's the great thing. The reason this happened is to heal Mother Earth and also to heal people. People are spending more time with their children. My daughter is homeschooling my grandchildren. I have 3 grandchildren, and they're being homeschooled. So the family unit is coming back. Melissa, you have sisters and brothers?
I have adopted sisters and stepbrothers, but yes, I do have them.
Okay. Big family?
Big family.
How many?
Siblings, 4 siblings. Mom, dad, stepdad, grandma. That's my core family.
Yeah.
And then aunts and uncles galore. I'm not even going to count them right now.
My wife, 11.
Wow.
One of my cousins, his sister, 26 children. How do you like that?
That's a lot of kids.
In Canada, yeah. And do you know why they had 26 children?
No, why?
Because the Canadian government paid. So, in Canada, big, giant country, right?
Mm-hmm.
Only 35 million people. That's all. So there is a Canada where they want future taxes. They want people to live there. They want people to be born. So the government used to pay for people to have lots of kids. For every child, you got a monthly stipend. Yeah.
Huh.
So people just went crazy. You know how many people in the United States?
No, how many?
Over 350 million people.
That's a lot of people.
10 times the size. California, you know how many people in California?
Too many.
Over 40 million people.
That is ridiculous.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. So there are more people in California than the entire country of Canada. Unbelievable, right?
Yes, it is.
So why do I know all these things? I'm going to teach your listeners another important point. In this life that we live in, pay attention to the details. Everything is in the details. Yes. So
yeah,
everything. When I walk into a room, I know everything and everybody in the room.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly who they are, where they are. When I walk down the street, I look at everybody straight in the eye. Yeah. When I talk with someone, if you and I were talking in person, I'd be looking right in your eyes and right in yourself.
Exactly.
You saw my picture. You saw my picture, right?
Yes, you look right into the eyes of the camera person. You can tell that by your picture.
Yeah. Pretty penetrating eyes they are, huh?
They are.
Yeah.
But we're almost out of time, so where can my listeners find you? This has been quick 30 minutes, right?
Right. We had so much fun.
Yes.
So I'll be happy to come on again whenever you want to talk about anything you would like.
Yeah.
Listeners, you can reach me at richardalondon@gmail.com. One of my websites, I own hundreds of educational sites, but my really goal this year is it's automatealife.com, automatealife.com. I'm just going to tell you just really quickly. I have the ability to move a person into fifth dimensional. That's where they're the best version of their authentic self and their soul. So you're rid of your entire garbage, everything. No blocks, no fears, no stress, nothing blocking you from getting your soulmate, from building a big company, from finding a divine purpose, whatever you want.
Mm-hmm.
I gave it a very modern name, Automate a Life. Yeah. And I have the ability to automate people's lives. I've done it for the last several years now, and it's a divine gift. And by the way, listeners, do you know what negative imprinted memory is, Melissa?
No, I do not. I haven't heard that one before.
Okay. Negative imprinted memory is memory that was put in your body about incidents that have happened in your life. You know, any trauma or anything of that nature. It doesn't really go away. It's left in your body. Like if you were abused, or your boyfriend left you, your girlfriend, that all becomes negative imprinted memory. So listeners, while you've been listening to the show, I have removed over 4,287 pieces of negative imprinted memory. How do you like that?
Awesome.
So everybody should feel lighter. So reach me if you have any questions, richardalondon@gmail.com. go to automatealife.com and just send me an email if you have any questions. You too, Melissa. You can ask me anything.
I will be reaching out because you have a lot of things on your website that I have to research, but there's things in there that I see as a benefit for not only myself, my clients, and my company.
Good. Yeah, we'll talk. I like your personality. You're a lot like me. You're a doer. Yeah, I like doers.
I am. I'm always working. I have a couple assistants that work with me, and they actually tell me to slow down because they can't keep up or I'm overworking them.
Just what month were you born in?
October.
Ah. Yeah, you're Libra, right?
I am a Libra, yes.
Yeah, but you must have more than just a Libra in there because there's a lot there. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'm like, my birth month is not coinciding to everything I do.
Oh, no. I know that because my mom was a Libra. My mom was gorgeous, red hair, sky blue eyes. She was a babe. Yeah, she's really beautiful.
But sometimes our birth month just does not coincide with who we are.
Right. Privately, I'll find out when your birthday is, and I'll do your astrology for you for free.
Oh, that would be great.
Yeah, because I'm interested because you don't respond to the world like a Libra. You respond more like Gemini, Aquarian. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm an Aquarius.
Yeah, and me and you are responding to things together, but normally a Libra would be, what is this? What are you talking about? Why? They're very close-minded to the metaphysical realms.
Well, yes. You got to remember, first of all, I'm a medical doctor with 6 doctorates as well. I have an MBA as well. I have a doctor in economics. So even though I know all of that so-called metaphysical stuff, I know all the business stuff down pat. Yeah. So imagine having all that and being able to see in the future. Pretty powerful, right?
That's probably helped you get all your doctrines.
Well, being smart and having a great memory helped me get. I went to school, guess how many years? 43 and a half years.
Ooh, that's a lot of years.
That's a lot of time. You know why? You know why?
Why?
God said if you're smarter than everybody else, they're going to listen to you. So everybody listens to me. That's the good thing.
Yes, that's the secret. And we need more people that are open, that listen to people like you to move forward.
Yeah, and I don't take this whole world stuff. You know, I never think about anything except for ice cream, candy, and cookies. How do you like that? Yeah. Yep. Never stressed. Do you know I've never been envious or jealous of anything or anyone in my entire life? How do you like that?
Yeah, me either. It's a complete waste of time.
You know why? Because I can just create what I want.
There you go.
There's never been a reason to ever be. At 4 years old, I'm walking down the street. It's pennies, and it goes to white envelopes filled with money. Yeah. Yeah. Yep.
There we go.
So instead of finding monies on the streets, I'm just creating it all the time. Yeah.
There we go. Now
I'm going to let you go.
Yeah. And it was wonderful talking to you.
Oh,
and
my
listeners,
pleasure.
Please look Dr. Landon up. It's London. Dr. London. Sorry.
Yeah,
no
problem.
We'll have the website on the YouTube, and everything's there. Look them up because this has been a really fun conversation and very educational as well.
Yeah, that's what I try to do. If you're going to say anything, it better change and transform people's lives, or otherwise, don't say it.
Yes, we want more positive in the world. If you just throwing out negative, please change what you're saying and see the change in your own life.
Everything. One thing I want to tell your listeners is, your life is whatever goes in and out of your mouth. Remember that.
Very true.
It's the most prolific thing that anybody could tell you. Whatever goes in and comes out of your mouth, that's your life. Garbage comes out, you live garbage life. Garbage goes in, you have a garbage body. You know the thing, yeah.
Exactly. You are what you eat, but your life is what you create with it. So,
yeah.
But it was wonderful talking to you, and we will have you back.
Big hug to all your listeners. Big hug to you, Melissa. You've been really fun.
Thank you. Big hugs. It's wonderful having virtual hugs right now.
Yeah. Yeah. Wish you the best. Take care.
Have a nice day, Dr. London.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.